Hello and welcome to Chessbook Reviews 105. I've only got one book to show you this evening. It is Ali Hazelwood's book, the global bestseller and TikTok sensation. Check and Mate is called. And it says Hazelwood is a grandmaster of romance. Now, Mallory Greenleaf is done with chess. Every move counts nowadays. After the sports led to the destruction of her family 4 years earlier, Mary focuses on her mum, her sisters, and the dead-end job that keeps the lights on. I know the feeling. That is until she begrudgingly agrees to play one last charity tournament and inadvertently wipes the board with the notorious King Killer. Nolan Sawyer, currently world champion, in case you didn't know, and reigning bad boy of chess. As she rockets up the ranks, Mallory struggles to keep her family safely separated from the game that wrecked it in the first place. And as her love for the sport, so desperately wanted to hate, begins to rekindle, Mallory quickly realizes that the games aren't only on the board, the spotlight is brighter than she imagined, and the competition can be fierce, attractive, and intelligent, and infuriating. Right, well, what I'm going to do is look through here and read you some random bits. Basically, the story is sufficiently complex that it may be worthy of our attention. It's a Swiss system tournament, kind of, not really though. Easton gathers our team around her like she's Tony Stark briefing the Avengers. I should stop immediately and tell you that this is not the Avengers, which I love so much with Emma Peel and John Steed. This is the much, much later version, possibly cartoon, I don't know, something like that. Anyway, there must be 300 people on the second floor of the Fulton Stall Market. I'm the only one who didn't get the business casual memo. Whoops. Each one of us is going to play 4 matches. In fact, she means 4 games, but you can't expect everything. Because it's for charity and because the tournament is open to amateurs, instead of using FIDE ratings, players are going to be matched according to self-reported ability. Now, I don't know what that means, but if you do, I urge you to keep it to yourself. So we have to report our level of skill, Zach said. He's a Montclair freshman who joined the Patterson Chess Club after I left and had some ambitions for going pro. Well, I'm not a fan for reasons that include the penchant for derailing conversations, but with unrelated mentioning his FIDE rating, which is 2,546, his ability to carry out hour-long monologues, his lack of understanding, blah, blah, blah. I'm not really sure about this. What do you think? The hotel is a 5-minute walk from the campus. My room is nothing to write home about, except that it is because privacy. I cannot remember the last time I had access to a bed without the audience of a 12-year-old goblin and a 3,000-year-old demon who possesses her guinea pig. Dear. I should take advantage of it. I consider watching a movie, then I consider whipping out my phone, pulling up dating apps, looking for matches in the Philly area. Instead, I stare out of the window, replaying my last game as the sun sets slowly. It's like that time I accidentally sexted mom. Presumably means texted. Anyway, my neurons cling to every splinter of embarrassment. Well, that's a good line. Won't let go of the mistakes I made during my matches. I won, fine, but in my second game, I left my net open like that. dross. Disgusting. A Paul. Someone knocks. Daphne asked me to take you to the social and introduce you around. Oz says when I open the door, he's glaring at his phone. The social, there's a reception downstairs for players who move to day 2. Define can't go since it's only for players. There's free food and booze. How old are you? 18. He mutters something about babysitting toddlers and not being Mary fucking Poppins. I must instantly say, I don't like swearing, but I just read what it said. I'm not sure I expect from a chess party. Eastern aside, I hope Robert Bellin isn't there. I never hang out with PCC people, but they always struck me as quiet and escapism driven. That sounds like me, I don't think. One of them notices Oz and leaves his group to approach us. Congrats on breaking the top 20. He glances at me. First distracted, then appraising, then lingering. An unpleasant shiver travels up my spine. I didn't know we could bring a +1. Oh yeah. People in this room, they're 98% male. Well, it makes me hate him even more, and so does his stupid opening move, pawn to e4. I answer with the Sicilian. I roll my eyes and put my knight on c6, trying to derail him. Some niche line I vaguely remember studying Daphne Racimolo variation. Well, you got that bit, right? Lots of pressure, very fast, and he doesn't care. Doesn't hesitate, doesn't even blink in the dim lights. His forehead is smooth, hands steady. His knees brush against mine. Not every move, but sometimes. He doesn't seem to notice, and I hate him. I feel clumsy, a lumbering, unwielding, broken beast next to him. Then I lose a pawn. I feel stupid too. A bit of swearing, but I'm not going to repeat. It's just a pawn, he murmurs without looking up. Shut up. I advance my knight with shaky fingers. And then it's not just a pawn. I left my bishop uncovered. Screw up my castling opportunities. This is professional stuff, isn't it? I watch Nolan and hurriedly taking my piece and immediately attack from the other side with my rook. I'm going to make him hurt. I wouldn't be surprised if Sawyer's team was behind this. He's very scared of facing me because he knows he'll likely lose. He has been trying to prevent it from happening. For instance, he not only got his girlfriend a spot in the Challengers, but also paid for Greenleaf's fellowship at Zhongzhong. This is a clear attempt to manipulate who would be his opponent and to avoid me, the strongest player, in order to keep his world championship title. I scoff. Can he go out there and say things that are factually false? Legally, I mean. I glance at Tom, who's pre-law, what's that supposed to mean? Hoping for hell no, but all I find is a wide-eyed guilt look that makes every last trance of warmth freeze inside me. He is wrong, I say, half statement, half question. It's not true. Learn has nothing to do with my fellowship. He didn't get me into the Challengers. I turn round. Nolan has silent, dark eyes, even darker than usual. I shake my head. No, I swallow, and it's glassed down on my throat. No. Mal, Nolan, I'm so sorry. Will you leave for a minute? I had no idea he was going to mention that. I didn't think he even knew. It's exciting. Tanu, Nolan repeats. In his heartbeat, she's gone, and the door closes, and my brain careens. Careens? That's an interesting verb. This is nope. F this. I won't read that word out. Thank you very much. She knew. he said calmly. I clenched my teeth. Right. Well, Tamu did too, so I'm guessing Emil will be onto it too, and since it reaches Koch. I had to disclose my donation to Zugzwang to FIDE. I assume that's how he found out. Exciting, isn't it? The World Championship logo is baffling, inexplicable, alarmingly ugly. We stare at it as stylized dudes' limbs knotted with each other. Equal stylized dudes, stripy Picasso chessboard on their laps, and almost missly all caps green leaf on the sign. Pretty sure that position's number 35 in the Kama Sutra, Sabrina mutters, which degenerates into Mum having to explain what creative intercourse is to Darcy. And one more quotation, or even reading, or even quote. I'm sorry too about what I said. I had no right to imply that what you're doing for the family is not the right thing, and I know I can't imagine what you've been going through with your dad. Well, here we are. Nolan's loss to the unknown rookie shocks everyone. What's even more confusing, his desire to cross pawns again. What kind of gambit is Nolan playing? The smart move would be to walk away, resign. Game over, but Mallory's victory opens the door to sorely needed cash prizes. Despite everything, she can't help feeling drawn to the enigmatic strategist. So there you are. This book is published by Sphere, and I borrowed it from the library so as I could review it, and it's one of their popular titles. Be the case everywhere, but it was. And I think it was published a couple of years ago. I'm not sure. Let's have a look. It was published last year. And it's called Check and Mate. And he thanks. Let's see if there's anybody he thanks I've heard of. Thanks, Taylor Swift. It's a she, having said he all the way through. ALI HAZELWOOD is the New York best-selling author of The Love Hypothesis, as well as writing peer-reviewed articles about brain science. Originally from Italy, she lives in Germany and Japan before moving to the US to pursue a PhD in neuroscience. When ALI is not at work, she can be found running, eating cake pops, and listening to sci-fi music with her two feline overlords and slightly less feline husband. In other words, she's a cat lover. I'm still searching for somebody here that I've heard of that she got some chess help with from. No? Can't see anybody. She's very thorough and clearly very honest. This is a study on gender stereotypes and chess performance that mentioned in the book is real. It was published by Mass et al. And everybody in 2008 in the Journal of Social Psychology, and then replicated by several other research groups in the following decade. Fun fact, it's a study that first sparked my interest in chess. God, that is a fun fact, isn't it? Thank you very much. This has been Chess Book Reviews 105. I'm not at all certain I've reviewed it properly, but I have given it a bit of a plug. Goodbye.